Oopsies.
We're going to get there together. When she said, yes, I believe being debt-free is the shortest path to wealth. Now she's caught up to you. But you're also the only one doing the budget. You're the only one having the money. And she's acting like a little girl over here, and Daddy's got it on an allowance, and he gave her some credit cards, now he's trying to take them back.
Reaper is here, and so is Rich, and so is Ernest. Hello, you guys. Apologies for being a little late tonight. I'm about 13 minutes late. Reaper is coming in hot with the 100 gifts. Thank you. Hi, Happy Life. Good to see you. We got people rolling in here. All right. I'm thinking about trivia questions. Reaper, David is here. Happy Life, doing good. I feel like this week is going kind of fast. I don't know about you guys, but it's felt kind of fast to me. Rich with the Martha emojis, high rated frog. All right, let's get to this live stream. I like to pull it up on my computer off to the side here. 19 days till my birthday. Very cool, rated frog. Okay, I'm also starving, you guys. Oh my gosh. Hello, oh boy, Ninja Chicken, you guys will not forget that, will you? Thank you. Let's see, okay. Let's do maybe, football. Guess which team I think will win the Super Bowl this season. Oh, am I glitching? Sorry if I am. Florida Frog. Okay. Oh. All right. Happy Life, saying hi to everybody else. Gotta drink some water. Is it Commanders, Lions, Ravens, Bills? Which one do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year? Oh, Herps, hello. I think I'll do a little cooking tonight. I was planning on having dinner first because I'm starving. David, I'm eating rice. Nice. Juan Mecanico is here. Mom, yes. I think actually it was Rachie who brought up the Ninja Chicken costume on my live stream on Monday. And now it will never be forgotten, of course, because the internet is forever. Young Change, hello. Perps, Juan, let's go Lions. Captain Jed's Airboat, hello. Gianna Forever. Rated Frog, I think you will be streaming on my birthday. It's a Monday. We are getting Chinese food. I remember you saying you liked Chinese food. All right, so I'm trying to be good about remembering people's birthdays when they tell me. So today is September 24, 2025. And then Rated Frog, you said 19 days. Oh, I'm doing math. Because I think you said your 13th birthday, right? 19 days from today is, yes, October 13th. Nice. I get the day off of work because it's Columbus Day / Indigenous Peoples Day. So I'm going to write this down. Rated Frog B-Day equals October 13. Love the 13s. That's my lucky number. Okay. Happy Life, why not the Vikings? Root for the home team. I root for the home team, but my gut is telling me based on numbers, based on what I've seen. I base my predictions in fact, not feelings. So it would not be the Vikings. Curtis Knight voted Bills, even though it's going to be the oh, interesting. Okay, even though it's going to be the Rams. Hi, Danielle. Good to see you. David says hi to everybody. Shaheen Zod. LOL, I love Chinese food, pizza, and cheesecake. 3 best things on earth. Nice. In February, they remember me and that Detroit will win the Super Sunday oatmeal cookie. Hello. All right, I'm gonna first eat some dinner because I was out this evening and now I'm starving. So let's start with a fun salad. And then, also guys, you can tell I've made some good progress. This is what's left of my vegan lasagna. I just gave some to my sister actually. But this is the vegan lasagna that I made on, I think, Monday night, and it's so tasty. I'll set it back here. Here we go, Video Oasis, hello. And C, Hannah definitely thinks Buffalo. Rich with all the members emojis, thank you, Rich. Yeah, but I have to do absolutely idea. Just getting the bills because it's my name. Rated Frog Hannah, are you going to watch the Jake Paul fight? When is it? I watched Jake Paul fight, what's his face? Mike Tyson last year. Jake Paul fight date. Jake Paul is fighting against, I don't know, the Tank, Gervonta. So that is going to be on November 14. Probably. Yeah, I'll probably watch it. Is it going to be on Netflix like it was? Yes, it looks like it's going to be on Netflix. Jake Paul versus Gervonta, Tank Davis, Miami. Watch on Netflix. Sweet. Okay, I hope Netflix gets its act together. I mean, I shouldn't be so critical because I'm sure it was crazy, but I remember when Netflix was crashing last year when Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, and it was like buffering. It was like not the cleanest viewing experience, but it was very fun, and I like when Netflix hosts sporting events like this. So yeah, I think I will watch this. I'm gonna make a note of it. Jake Paul versus, I'm just gonna write the Tank on November 14th, I think it was. Okay, Jake Paul versus Tank, the Tank, on November 14. All right. Okay, sorry, back to the chat. David says, food. HY Mocktails, what's your favorite drink in the whole wide world? After water, it's coffee. Boo, thank you. William Berry says, hello. Rated Frog, I've only ever had a meat lasagna, never a vegetarian or vegan one. I don't think you'd be disappointed by this lasagna. It's very hearty. The noodles are made from chickpeas, so it's like there's protein. It's not just grain flour. There's lentils, there's zucchini, there's spinach. I love this recipe. There's tofu ricotta cheese that I made on Monday night. BTC World, hello. I've been a Lions fan since 1980 because they always played on Thanksgiving Day. I love that they play on Thanksgiving. Yes, I almost always watch them play on Thanksgiving. Juan. Davis, he's undefeated, so I hope he beats Jake Paul. Okay. Blah blah said hi. Mom says Harry Potter Deathly Hallows #1 is on, getting me in the spooky season mood. Very nice. Rated Frog says the Tyson fight kept crashing because 125 million people were watching at the same time. I know. That's where I was saying earlier, I shouldn't be as like, nah, but when I was like, Netflix needs to get its act together, I think they just need to be prepared this time, because maybe they didn't realize that 125 million people were gonna watch the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, like happened, I think it was last October or last November, I forget. So hopefully this time around they are prepared for a massive amount of people all watching on the platform at the same time. Michael Schultz, hello. Well, tomorrow is the big day. I have my eye surgery. Oh my gosh, sending you all the best of luck with your procedure. I hope it goes well. I can't think of a time where I was heading into like a a major procedure, but I can think of times where I've been heading into a medical appointment, or even I've had cavities, so I guess that's another one where I just was like hoping it would go well and not be too unpleasant and just get to the other side of it. So I hope it goes well for you, Michael, and I hope you're able to just like relax and recover on your own time, and let us know how it goes if you would like to share with us. You don't have to. See Figs, thank you. Good luck tomorrow, Michael. Yep, all the best of luck. Kaylin says hello. Kiara Reimer is here. Alexander Craig, good to see you. Hope everything is going well. Kiara Reimer, DJ David. All right, let's get some dinner going because I'm very hungry. Damian Kahn, good to see you. Hannah, does almond milk have sugar in it? It depends, and I am happy to hear that you're doing a no sugar diet because I have been on that path myself, more or less, not 100%, but I would say reduced sugar diet. So Rated Frog, it depends on the type of almond milk. So let me grab the almond milk that I use. So if you're doing no sugar, you're gonna want to pay close attention to the box or the package, whatever you get your almond milk in. So I always get unsweetened because, I mean, just like so many things in the grocery store, a lot of times with almond milk or non-dairy milks, they will just dump a bunch of sugar into it to make it taste nice. I try to avoid sugar where I can, except for if I'm actually going to be eating dessert intentionally. So I check for unsweetened, and then I also will check the nutrition label here. And so you can see that there is some fat, no surprise because nuts have fat in them. Sorry if this isn't super clear. No cholesterol, there's some sodium in here, total carbs 1 gram, but then I always, with everything I buy, I go to this carbohydrate section and then I skim down to this where it says total sugars, and then it says 0 grams. So there's no sugar. I also read the ingredients that go into it just to see what's there. But yes, I always buy unsweetened almond milk because I do not want sugar creeping its way into every meal that I have. Ideally, I mean, it's like I try to avoid added sugars except for when I'm eating dessert. Like, eat it on purpose and don't just let it creep into snacks, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Yeah, so this is my almond milk. This is my preference for almond milk. Been doing it for 10 days now. How does it feel, Rated Frog? Because let me tell you, as someone who loves sugar, loves sweet things, I believe I'm wired to just love sugary stuff. It can be hard to just completely like cut it out. But there's so much research and so much data and so many medical doctors, nutritionists, scientists, PhD professors who talk about the long-term effects of eating too much sugar. And I feel like once you start consuming more and more info about the negative effects of added sugar and the chronic illnesses that it can lead to, the more I find it the easier it is for me to cut it out and or at least reduce it in my daily meals, because I'm just like, man, this stuff will add up if you're not careful. Also, I know that type 2 diabetes runs in my mom's side of the family, and excessive sugar consumption is a contributor to developing type 2 if you're not careful. And so that's another thing where I'm like, okay, I'm naturally wired. I love sugar things, but I also know that there's type 2 diabetes in my family. And I know from the science and the data and all the research that's been done on sugar, on added sugars in food, it's not good for long-term health. And so I feel like I've got my facts to back me up or to motivate me when I'm feeling like wanting to have really sugary foods, where it's like, okay, indulge every now and then, but just the day-to-day, stick to whole foods that are not unprocessed entirely, but just try to watch the sugar is what I'm saying. Juan, as a Texan, I should support teams from my state, but in football things don't work with logic. Paul versus Davis is just an exhibition fight. Paul weighs 70 pounds more than Davis. Simon, how are you? It says DJ David, I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm taking the next 4 days off to heal up. That's great to hear, Michael. Kirby, hello, Kirby. How is life? How are you doing? Earl Taylor, Rita Frog, thanks, I'll try that one. David says smart Hannah. Kaylin, I love almond milk. That's the only milk I drink. Shoestring, wow. Oh my gosh, I have been without sugar for about 4 months. Down 50 pounds. Holy smokes. What was that like? I guess, I mean, it's been 4 months now, but like, what was it like when you decided to cut it out? Because I've heard from people that they really struggle, like the first few days to like the week after you cut out added sugars can be really tricky. Any food advice, I'll come to you, says Rated Frog. You can definitely go to other people because I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't have any like health licenses as any kind of practitioner, but I just love to talk about food stuff on here. Almond milk, disagree, DM to board. David Macron says, awesome. Yeah, I've cut out sugar and my sleeping is a lot better. Michael Schultz says, I'll keep you updated. Thank you for your support. You're welcome, Michael. Brandon, good to see you. Johnny Yescas, food stamps plus sugar equals diabetes. Oh, that's rough. My name is David too, says JSJW. Hannah's my dietitian, I think. Hopefully not, because as I say over and over again, I have no such credentials. All right, also I'm gonna make some decaf coffee with lovely Cornelius here. Let's see. Whew. I am hungry, you guys, holy moly. Yep, I see all the candy corn, the Cornelius candy corn emojis coming through. Love it. Olivia Rodrigo, good to see you. Welcome back. So, let's have this. I might be eating the very last bit of my salad actually, because there's not a ton in here. I usually eat a lot at a time. I think I'm gonna wash my hands really quickly. Aliyah, hello, candy corn. Oh, I love it. You're looking trim, Hannah, says Johnny. Well, I would say I've been eating very, very clean lately, and I've also been training for a distance race that I have coming up. So I've been running more miles than, well, I don't know. I feel like I've kind of settled into a pretty solid running routine. I run 4 days a week. I also do cross training. I like doing HIIT workouts. I like doing yoga, kind of like leg workouts, squats, lunges. Alright. She's got a lot of shoes. Happy Halloween, says David. Nice. A month early. Little more than a month. Oh, I just love the Halloween season, guys. It's so fun. I love the spooky vibes. Alright. Yeah, I just about got all the lettuce out of this container, so there we go. No more salad in here. What else am I going to add? I think this tofu is still good. I got just like the tiniest little bit of tofu. I'm going to cut this up into cubes and just toss it on my salad. I'll just use the lid to cut it up. My friend from Sweden is called Cornelius or Cornelius. Very cool. How did you meet your friend from Sweden?
How long ago was she fired?
He was fired August 28th.
All right, I'm gonna pat this drive.
Well, I disagree. There's lots of CDL drivers.
Um,
They're dying for CDL help.
Toby, Rich with the Cristiano, Martha, and Gordon emojis. Rated Frog. Oh, video games. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, wow. How did you meet someone from Sweden?
He was fired, so they can't hire him unless he's had a job for a year afterwards.
That's fine. He wasn't fired. He wasn't fired for any kind of driving violation.
You see Minnesota game, they look awesome. I think they look okay. I mean, we had a pretty bad game against the Falcons week 2, but we've had 2 good games. We destroyed the Bengals and we also beat the Bears. I like your shirt. It reminds me of when Bob Ross used to paint happy trees. Oh, funny. Yes, I love this t-shirt. I've had it for 3 years now. This was a gift from my uncle on my 29th birthday. It says Stay Wild, Minnesota, and it's got some evergreen trees. I don't know if this is meant to be the moon behind them or if it's just the sky as a backdrop, but I love this shirt. So I put some cubed tofu onto the salad greens. I also have some pumpkin seeds. That'll be one of my little pumpkin elements tonight. So I've got these roasted pumpkin seeds, also known as papitas. So I'm gonna sprinkle a few of them over the salad. And since I don't have like a salad vinaigrette prepped, I'm just gonna put some olive oil on here with salt and pepper. Better than the T-Wolves. Alpha Male King. Brian is here. Hello, Brian. How have you been? I'm gonna grab my olive oil. And before I do this, actually, I'm gonna heat up a slice of lasagna because that'll be after my salad. So let me grab a plate. Actually, let me bring this over here. So here's what's left of my lasagna. You can tell I've been eating a lot of it since Monday. I'm really hungry. I think I'm gonna have 2. So I'm gonna cut myself 2 slices of this.
Talking to real people. That's how you get out of this. Now, tell us what he was making and tell us what he's making with you.
So let's grab.
So he was making $27 an hour with a lot of overtime. And that would come to, I'm guessing, anywhere between $5,000 to $5,500 a month, sometimes less. And with these 3 jobs, she's working one job at a remodeling for $15 an hour. And another job for hauling, for Amish family, for hauling produce. And that pays about $7 a pallet, which in a week you can get about $500 from that. And then for his other job, he works temporarily until winter time comes for a person who does CDL hauling for a.
All right, so I got my 2 slices of lasagna. Trying to get all the bits off of here. So there's the lasagna. You can kind of see the layers, the cheese that melted on the top. I really loved this batch that I made on Monday. So I'm gonna heat this up in my microwave. I'm much better now that I get to see you, says Brian. Hello, Face the Ace. Parker and her dogs. I am eating some lasagna that I made on Monday night, on the Monday night live stream. This is vegan and gluten-free. It's made with chickpea noodles and it has lentils in it, so it's good. It's a good source of protein. And this is my favorite lasagna recipe. Let's see, Parker and her dogs. Johnny, lasagna and salad is such a great combo. Yes. Thank you, Face the Ace. When did you last order takeout? Braided Frog, I can't remember. Because I feel like the thing is, I like making my own food. I have a YouTube channel where the main focus is food. And third, I'm very much like I feel like I'm very like frugal, and I like to like save and invest, so I'm really mindful of my money. And it's like takeout is extremely expensive, especially when you know you could make that food at home for a fraction of the price. So I really don't get takeout like ever. I don't remember the last time I had takeout, maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. But yeah, pretty much everything I will make for myself, or sometimes, you know, my mom will make something and send me home with a little takeout box. I mean, I'll go out to restaurants every now and then, like on my birthday. I went out for dinner for my birthday. But takeout, I don't really do takeout, to be honest. Okay, so say goodbye to the lasagna. I'll probably have some of this on Friday night. I got my last row of tasty lasagna here. I have been eating this non-stop since I made it on Monday. I really was craving this. So back into the fridge. And then I'm gonna heat up this lasagna while I eat my my salad. So let's see. I've been trying to, the thing is when you heat this up in your microwave uncovered, it can like explode everywhere. So what I like to do is actually put a glass bowl over it when I heat it so it doesn't create a mess. Oh boy, I am hungry. Holy moly. Jason Todd, I'll be late for dinner. Let's see. Ice cream is here. Anderson is here. Lisa is here. Good to see you all. Rich with the members emojis. Oops. The channel. Face the Ace says I made it to. Wait, where was it? I reached 10K last week. Congratulations. That's a huge milestone on YouTube. I'm basically a 10K too. I'm at 10.5K. That takes like some serious dedication. Congratulations. Brian, you have to drink coffee with your food. Yes, I will make some coffee in Cornelius the candy corn mug in just a moment. Ice cream says, wow, gimme. Face the Ace, Shaika, thank you so much. Brian Middleton is here, hello. Johnny says, takeout is too expensive, 100%, yes. That's the thing is, like, when you compare, like, yes, takeout food is very convenient from a time perspective versus spending hours at the grocery store and then cooking and then eating and having to wash your dishes. I get the time saving component of takeout. So every once in a while, it's nice to just save myself hours and hours of time to make a meal and then clean up. But from the cost side of things, and I love to cook for myself. I mean, that's helpful because if I hated cooking, it'd be harder to make stuff for myself. But I love to cook, so I really don't mind being in my kitchen. And then also just the price. I mean, just use, for example, like coffee. Like I drink all my coffee at home except for the rare time I go out to Starbucks or whatever. But like my order of coffee now, like if I want to get takeout coffee from Starbucks, my order now costs me at least $6. There's at least a 6 in front of at the beginning of the price. Versus making my own homemade coffee, it amounts to, if I'm using a Nespresso pod, 1 pod costs 80 cents. And if I'm using my Insta, like powdered coffee powder, I mean, that has to be probably like 30 cents, maybe even less per batch of coffee. So it's like 30 to 80 cents per cup versus $6 to $7 getting specialty coffee takeout from Starbucks. I cannot justify getting coffee out anymore unless it's like I'm meeting up with a friend or it's my birthday. But just things you can make at home, so much more affordable than eating out, dining out. Yabba says, Hannah, the moussaka I made tastes absolutely great. I need to make homemade moussaka. I've never made it myself. I've always just purchased it from the store or had it at restaurants. Johnny, yes, I deliver restaurants, so I do get a lot of free food. Michael Schultz says, very smart, I eat out about once a week just to get out. Allie, good to see you. I'm eating salad tonight, and then I also have some homemade lasagna that I just heated up. Lisa with the Cornelius emoji, yes. Stone Papa Smurf, is your shirt color a secret clue for the trivia question? No, I just decided to wear this t-shirt today. Antonio says, I need dinner. Hello. Okay, let's get started with dinner. I should make some decaf coffee first. So I'll turn this over here so you can see me making at my coffee bar over to the side here. Water for my coffee machine. What are people saying? To Evil to Hope, hello. I hope you're having a blessed evening. You too, to Evil to Hope. It's been a really nice evening and a really nice day overall. Love your jersey. It's so you. You are amazing. Thanks, Brian. Hi, Antonio, Anthony, Shaika. If you count every day, $20 in 10 days. Yeah, buying food in the restaurant is super expensive. YQ Reality, hello. We love to watch you cook. Takeout is overrated. Plus, you prepare your food with love. The thing is, I really do enjoy it. So it's like a nice life hack when you happen to really enjoy. Like, I love going to the grocery store. I love picking out ingredients. I love looking up recipes. I love the process of cooking and baking stuff, eating it, just experimenting with different veggies to put in, or like different types of flour for baking stuff. And it's just it's way more cost effective than eating out. Starbucks 80 cents for the coffee and $5 for the cup. Yep. Big Haas, hello. Inside Outside Detail early tomorrow. Hope it goes well for you, Big Haas. I love my coffee Keurig, says Kaylin. Allie, I'm doing good. How have you been? Yeah, but I would do, Hannah, I am the same as you. Try to make a big batch of food, far more economic. Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right, coffee time. Prop this up. Alright, so coffee's going. I'll turn this back around. Oh, I see SM is here. Hello. I'm gonna start eating my dinner very soon. I'm also gonna plug my phone in. Hannah, what's your thoughts on tipping culture? You've lived abroad, what was the experience? Yeah. Well, abroad you don't tip nearly as much in the United States. Actually, what's really funny about tipping culture, in some places, like I believe in Germany and other places in Europe, it actually can be very insulting if you like over tip your waiter. I don't remember why it's considered rude to leave a big tip. My guess is that probably it could be seen as like, oh, like you're poor and you don't make a lot of money, so here's a big tip to help you out. But I remember going abroad, living in Germany, it was like, sure, you can tip, but it's like, it's gonna be a much smaller amount because it's actually seen as insulting to leave a big tip for workers. I think they're also just paid better, probably. I think tipping culture, it's like hit or miss in the United States. Like, if I'm gonna sit down at a restaurant, and have like a waiter repeatedly like come back with water, come back with drinks, come back with appetizers, come back with a meal, whatever, like ask if everything's okay, like then I want to leave a really good tip, like 20, 25, 30. But if it's something like I walk into a cafe and I point to like a scone and it's like, I'd love that scone, please. And then they ring you up and then there's the tip that automatically is showing 20%. I'm like, this does not warrant a 20% tip if someone just grabbed something from a shelf and gave it to me. Like they didn't make it, they didn't, it's just, I think it depends, the amount of tip that I pay on a purchase, it depends on what my dining experience was. If it was a quick grab and go and there wasn't like any work to make the product, probably 5%, 10%. It depends on what the product was. If it's a handcrafted drink, then maybe 10. But I think it's gotten a bit out of control in the United States for smaller types of dining experiences, like going to a cafe, where if you add a 20% tip to your coffee drink, it's ending up being like $8, $9 for a latte. And I'm like, this is insane. I could get like a Chipotle bowl for almost that amount of money. But if it's a sit-down restaurant, or if I'm going to be in a place for a long time taking up a table, then I will leave a 20% or more tip. Never seen this out of the kitchen, says Rated Frog. Really? That surprises me. SM, I drink 2 cups of coffee every 12 months. Oh my gosh. What? Rated Frog, Alpha Male King. Shaika, I'm vegan actually, not just vegetarian. I went vegan in 2012, so it's been almost 13 years. Hannah, you should go on the next season of Hell's Kitchen. I would never want to compete on Hell's Kitchen. I'm not going for that level of cooking. Let's see. Brian, Hannah, are you going to eat dinner after? Shaika, some restaurants put the tip in the bill. Yes. Yep, I've seen that. That makes sense if it's like parties of like 6 people or more, they'll just, an automatic gratuity is added. So it saves you the math, and I think it's usually, I've seen it at 18% for groups larger than 6, 7 people. I think that's fair. Johnny, even worse when they ask for a tip on the screen and for you to round up for their charity. Yeah. I mean, I think there's very, it feels very pushy and very like you're basically getting cornered into giving a tip. That's what I don't like. Where it's like round up for this charity, or they give you the automatic options of tipping and it's like the automatic buttons start at like 18. And I'm like, dude, I literally bought a $3 bagel and now there's a 20%, and it was already like, if you eat something that's pre-made at the counter, or even if I go into like there are certain times where it feels very, very pushy and inappropriate to have these massive tip amounts given at the register for what you purchase. Like if I can think of a time where I went to buy, I needed just like a quick granola bar. So I dipped into a Starbucks and I just grabbed a Kind bar and it came out to like $2, but then there's always the tip question. And I'm like, I'm not gonna leave a tip on a pre-made granola bar that was just sitting there in the snack case. And it didn't, like it'd be like giving tips at the grocery store. Like you guys, if they started having the tip buttons when you go to ring up your groceries, if it's basically equivalent to that, that's where it's getting ridiculous. So I'm like, no. There are times where I'm like, no, I will not do this. Thank you, Luke. You sent 3 total happy poops. I appreciate it. Thank you, Brian. SM says, I think tipping culture needs to end, LOL. It's time we have living. Yes, SM, you nailed exactly the point I was gonna get to, which is another thing that really bothers me about tipping culture that I think more people need to talk about is the fact that there's these like outrageous tipping options that you get at the register when you check out. But in my head, I'm like, if these employees were making really good wages, they wouldn't be as reliant on tips. So it's like, can we kind of kick it back to the employer and be like, you guys need to just pay your employees better and not have them relying like so much on tipping. Like I think tipping culture would decline if these companies actually paid a better wage to their employees, and instead of just passing it off to customers to be giving tips on everything they buy. That's what bothers me too, because it's like I don't want to burn the worker and just be super stingy with my tips, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, like I work a job where I don't have to rely on tips because I get paid well. So it's like I don't expect to ever be getting a tip for my job. But it sucks that some people at their jobs aren't getting paid high enough where it's like they really, really benefit from getting high tips from customers. So that's the part that annoys me, because it feels like the employer or the company is using customers to fill in for crappy wages. And I think that's crappy. SM, Brian, love your energy and vibes. Hello, Sam. Shaika says, but other countries, the tip is not important. Yes, I know this because I've lived in countries where there's basically no tipping. Brian, thank you. Subway, no way. Subway asks for tips. What? Joe says, go Vikings. Yeah, but I would do, Hannah, I once passed through Gatwick, bought a sandwich and water. The checkout girl asked for a tip. What? That's crazy. Wow. Luke says the Vikings shouldn't have let Darnold go. I didn't even realize that we did that. Yikes. That's sad. I feel like he was here for, how long was he even here for? Jeez. Michael, that's just like the tips on a buffet. See, that blows my mind that there's even such a thing as a tip on buffet food. Oh, that's ridiculous, guys.
My husband and I both struggle with that, and specifically around planning and booking vacations.
Yay! All right, I got my lovely espresso in here. I think you can see it down there. So I'm gonna put some of my unsweetened, no sugar almond milk in here. Michael Schultz, pretty black, hello. Johnny Yeska says there's a lot of videos where servers called out people on social media, especially celebrities, for leaving too small of tips. Oh, dang. Ooh. The thing is, like I was saying before, restaurant servers where there is someone who is like working multiple tables on their feet all day for their shift, coming back to your table with drinks, appetizers, meals, having to clear away dirty dishes. Like, I am giving that server a good tip because I'm like, this person is on their feet working, having to remember stuff, bring it back to the kitchen. Like, it's stressful, and some people are super rude to servers. So for me, like, giving a very generous tip to a server makes complete sense. It's when you're getting into these lower, I would say like more casual transactions where you're coming in for like a cup of coffee, or you're just buying a granola bar, and then they're asking you for a 20% tip, and I'm like, no, like it's not appropriate for what I'm doing here. Like, to me, it's very appropriate to leave a big tip if you're sitting at a restaurant and you have someone that's waiting on your table, bringing you everything you need. Like, yes, tip your waiters, tip your servers, of course. But I'm not leaving a tip at the gas station. I'm not leaving a tip at the grocery store. I'll usually leave a smaller tip if I go to Starbucks or any type of coffee cafe, because I usually will order a drink that requires someone to like brew espresso or steam the milk, like that. They're preparing something for you. So yeah, I think it's appropriate to leave a tip at a cafe. It just depends on the type of setting where they're asking you to give a tip. And sometimes I'm like, no, this is not appropriate. Mystic True says looks great. I think I missed a few comments. I'm sorry, guys. A will. Ernest, I agree, but also disagree. Raise wages, raise prices. True. It's real. He blends in to a degree. Weather, all. Okay. Ernest, the server actually posed increased wages because they make more in tips than they would with 15% hours wages. I feel like it's just lose-lose at this point. Luke, Darnold was actually the backup for McCarthy last year, but he got hurt. All right, Shaika. Johnny, yes, Gus, make sure it's a cash tip or Uncle Sam will take a cut of it. True, but honestly, who walks around with cash these days? I don't. That's unfortunate because I feel like it feels safer to walk around without cash because it's like if someone wants to steal your stuff, sure, take it, but at least it's not cash and you can just call and cancel your credit cards when you get home.
Well, it's certainly a small percentage of your world.
Is that you, Hugs, the kids?
While we were talking about this.
All right, let's get started on the salad. I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil.
Oh, sorry, there's 6, 8, 10, and 11.
Okay, as a guy who has one in college and another one graduating high school, I'm gonna give you 2
Let's
words.
simplify cooking. I like the sound of that.
Feeling this.
Keep it simple. I feel like that's one aspect of my cooking style is I try to keep it pretty simple. I can't stand those recipes where there are so many hours of work and specialty ingredients and it's just, and then for like the result that you get, it's a very small quantity of food. For me, I want my cooking and baking to have like a good amount of food at the end that you can eat for multiple days. Ugh, like working crazy hours for 2 servings of a meal, not worth it for me. That's for some people. I feel like that's where you get to the Gordon Ramsay level of like meticulous, beautifully plated, specialty, it's artistic, it's expensive, it's like a luxury dining experience. I cannot do that. Like that is not the type of kitchen cooking and baking that I'm going for on here. Let's simplify cooking. How are you? I'm doing good. How about you? I can't believe it's already Wednesday. I feel like this week has gone so fast. But also Monday feels like it was kind of a long time ago. All right, let's grind some pepper on here. Ooh, and get some dinner. Oh my gosh, it's already 9. Wowza. I think that means I gotta close, not quite yet. I'll close my poll question soon. Mystic True, Mark Hernandez, Hoist something. Luke Ravens looked so bad in the second half against the Lions. Montgomery put up crazy numbers against them too. El Rulo from Odessa, Texas is here. Good to see you. Oh, let's eat something. I'm so hungry. Shaika, I don't go live on Tuesdays, but I'm glad you're here again. All right.
Into the community, in some community somewhere, and some dollar amount. And those are the 2 things that make up the vast
From Odessa, Texas. Yes, El Rulo.
of our income or of our net worth is invested in those 2 things. Our consumption, though, is still.
Let's Simplify Cooking says positive vibes. Yes. We keep it positive in here. I have wonderful moderators. I've also shadow banned over 1,000 words and phrases that are just rude, creepy, inappropriate, hateful. Trying to keep it as positive as possible. As positive and PG on my YouTube channel as I possibly can. While still doing content niches that I really like. Shaika asked, what time do you go to sleep? I would say like 11:30 p.m. Somewhere between 11:30 p.m. and midnight. That's my natural bedtime. I'm a night owl through and through. I'm most energetic and most productive at night. So yeah, I enjoy working at night. I love doing YouTube at night. I cook at night. So yeah, bedtime is usually the 30 minutes preceding midnight.
It's insulting to God, and it's insulting to my calluses.
Hello, Rob Faye. Twin Cities are beautiful, Rob. It's been the most beautiful fall weather. We've been in the 60s and 70s, light breeze, sunny skies. The fall leaves are starting to come down or change color. Yeah, it's been absolutely stunning weather, Rob. How about you? Going to join you now. You support me as well, says Let's Simplify Cooking. Johnny, Boo, Whirlybird. Who's gonna tell her 11:30 to 12 o'clock is not night owl territory? Oh, let me tell you, Whirlybird, my natural bedtime is between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. However, I work a 9-to-5 job, so I cannot be staying up till 2 or 3 in the morning. But all throughout high school, all throughout undergrad, and all throughout grad school, my natural bedtime cutoff, it's like I would stop working right around 2 and then go to sleep. So I am a night owl. However, I also need to get sleep for my day job, which starts at 9 a.m. So I cannot stay up all night and work my 9-to-5 because I would quickly fall apart and perform very badly. Barry is here. Luke, can't believe you chose Commanders over Eagles in the poll. Johnny, nope, I'm vegan, so no meat. Rob, okay, it's hot in Arizona. Are you a night owl because you used to be a party girl? Oh no, Barry, I've been a night owl since I was a small child. I've always loved the night. I loved staying up late as a kid. All throughout high school, I mean, I was a really intense student and I would study at night all the way till like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Same with college. So no, I would be staying up late to study and get good grades. I was not a party girl. I still am not a party girl. Honestly, I feel like parties are a lot of the time are overrated. I've been to a few and some of them were just, I was like, this is gross. I'm leaving. I don't want to be here. So no, I stayed up late for school or for work like YouTube and like side hustling, but never for partying, no. Whirlybird, drinking coffee right now. Yes. All right, I just closed the poll. Peace and joy, good to see you. Shaika, yes, sleep is so important. I do not mess around when it comes to sleep. Brian, you are the boss, Hannah. Johnny, at least I had tofu. You must have missed me earlier because there is tofu in here. Ernest is asking, if two vegans are mad at each other, is it still called a beef? I think we gotta call that a Beyond Beef. Guess which NFL team I think will win the Super Bowl this season was the trivia question. And you guys paid good attention because I do think it'll be the Bills this year. I don't gamble, but if I was a gambling person, I would put my money on the Bills because they're looking excellent.
Oh, so the agreement was you could live in the basement 3 months a year? Yeah. And now they don't want you to because they're mad. What are they getting mad about?
Rated Frog says, I picked, oh, Lions. I mean, I love the Lions, but I was blown away by the Buffalo Bills. They're so good. They're looking so good. Whirlybird, this is decaf coffee, so I do not drink caffeinated coffee after 12 o'clock noon. Shaika, I think you spend more time at home. I like staying home. I feel like I'm probably 50-50 at this point in my life. 50% of the time I'm home, 50% I'm out either for work or spending time with loved ones, friends, family.
the agreement was this, and he said, well, no, we told you that changed, and we said, no, you didn't. And so it grew from there.
Brian, I'm drinking 3-in-1 coffee. I've never heard of 3-in-1 coffee before. Whirly Bird, yes. I actually just finished a box of mint tea a week or 2 ago. I like mint tea. Oops.
I'll tell you what I would do. I would call them up and say, I'm really sorry I entered into a
All right.
stupid idea.
Hello, CJ McRae.
It was a bad idea, because it really was a bad idea.
Yeah, but I would do Hannah. You should join me on one of my hootenannies. If I don't get people dancing, I fail.
And you know what?
Man, you very much seem like the life of the party. Yabba dabba do.
Money doesn't matter. We don't need
It cracks me up. I have a picture in my head about like your musician adventures at different parties, the village where you live, your croft, the highlands, the nature.
Yeah, it sounds to me like they're paying you back out.
It just sounds like a blast where you live. Hootenanny, I love that word too. Yeah, what I would do, you resurrected that word in my vocabulary. I had not heard the word hootenanny, I mean, for years, since you mentioned it in a comment. You've said it multiple times now, but before you had said it the first time, I was like, wow, that has not been in my conscious brain. That word has not been in my conscious brain in so long. All right. Brian says, and 100% you are sweet, kind, and lovely. Thank you, Brian. God, I'm trying to not have salad in my teeth. Johnny says, do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to be a problem child on the Steelers? I don't know. I think so far it's been going okay for them. I think they won this weekend. Let's see, what is the Steelers' record? They are 2-1. Excuse me. I mean, so far so good. The season is young though, so maybe. I don't know. I mean, he seems to just be like a big person, like a quirky, weird, big personality guy anyways, so I wouldn't be surprised. Barry, I got a buddy that's 18 and he keeps inviting me to go party. I keep telling him, bro, I'm in my 30s. I had my fun. The thing is, it's like I was never a party person ever. I'm just, it's like not my scene. I've never been like a big drinker. I'll drink alcohol for special occasions, but at this point I'm just like, it's not good for you. The smell isn't the best. Like, it's just people, also just seeing who people turn into when they've had a few drinks is not always nice. Some people just get really loud. Some people get really sloppy. Some people start like falling down. They start like, I've had people like confessing things to me when they've had too much to drink, and I'm just like, this is making me very uncomfortable. I should not be hearing this stuff that you're telling me. So I just, yeah, the party scene is not my fave. It's not really my thing. I much prefer like quieter, more, I would say like more one-on-one or small group outings where you can actually like hear people talking. You don't have to shout over music. There's no drugs being used anywhere. Again, not my vibe, not my scene. I love way more low-key social gatherings than just like alcohol everywhere, sloppy. Yeah, not my vibe. I feel like I got I had my fun share of outings. I don't even know if you would call them parties, but it was just like going out to like places like bars or people's like apartments and stuff in my 20s. But definitely like in my 30s, I just don't feel the need. I'm like, I know what I find fun, and going to traditionally what you think of as like parties where it's like loud music, a bunch of people, tons of booze, questionable behaviors, drugs potentially. I'm like, nope, No, I'm not doing this.
is not a gift.
I'm too old for this. Whirly Bird is a big mint tea guy.
Ownership in the basement.
Oh, Johnny, I hope it went well for you. I don't know much about ulcerative colitis. I've heard of it, but I hope your infusion went well.
That's the thing.
Sorry, guys. Ugh. Salad stuck in my teeth. Ashtray is here. David Ferguson, I'm glad you like the shirt. Milk, coffee, sugar. Oh, that's the 3-in-1. Gotcha. Luke says, we'll see about the Bills. Their only tough game was against the Ravens, which they won, but the Lions won by more and the Ravens scored less. Okay. Loyalty. I am eating salad and I'm going to be eating some vegan lasagna shortly. Johnny is asking, do vegans not eat instant ramen noodles with beef, chicken, and shrimp seasoning? Correct. I would not, because I don't eat anything that has animal product in it. But I think there's some vegans who are more casual than others. Whirly Bird, I feel like we encountered more outlandish words like hootenanny back in our childhoods in the 1990s. Yeah. One could say it's the brain rot taking effect. Hundo, good to see you. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, earlier. I understood what you meant. CJ McCray, I had finished my workout on the basketball court from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Nice. I am also someone who does their workouts in the afternoon, like in the PM hours. I have done in so many periods of my life, I've like implemented a morning routine and I felt absolutely miserable. I feel at my best when I do my workouts in the afternoon or the evening, and then it's like I work up an appetite for dinner afterward. It's just evening, like PM workouts fit my lifestyle the best. So I love a good evening workout. Loyalty, amazing. They got Rodgers as their quarterback too. I mean, they're 2-1, so they're doing okay, but not perfect. Luke, Jordan Love tries to be like Aaron Rodgers. It just doesn't work. He's okay, but hopefully he gets better. Brian says it's your life, live how you want. Hundo Bands. I'll be late tonight, don't wait up, says Jason Todd. CJ, just a simple salad. I put some pepitas on here, some tofu, olive oil, salt and pepper. Oh my gosh. Johnny, yes, Gus. I agree. Barn burner? Doesn't that mean like a big party? What does barn burner mean? A barn burner, an event, typically a sports contest that's very exciting or intense. Yeah, whoa. That's another one where I seldom come across it. Reginald, good to see you as well. Just having a chill Wednesday night, eating some dinner. What other trivia question can I give you guys? I have an idea. Let's see. Ooh, I'm thinking about this. Let me. Sorry, I'm thinking about this. This is actually hard. My trivia question is going to be, which classic Halloween monster scares me the most? Or do I find most frightening? Hundo, what's up? How are ya? Doing good. All right, let's do this. Second trivia question. Guess which classic Halloween monster I
Mississippi. Hi, Bethany.
find the scariest.
Thank you for taking my call.
Sure, what's up?
I actually gotta think about this.
Inherited an annuity approximately 20 years ago.
Okay.
And it is currently
Mummy,
about $230,000.
vampire,
He expects
Frankenstein's
we keep rolling it over
monster,
products because we
a werewolf.
come to grips with taking some of the money out of it and
Because there's some that are like pretty scary.
implications from it.
Hundo, yabba you got it right by default. Definitely not zombies. Notice how I did not put, well, I guess mummy is like an undead thing. Did you see that Rihanna got a baby girl? Oh, I did not know she had a baby. I mean, I knew she had babies, but I didn't know she had had her current baby. That's so cute.
Well, you can roll into a variable annuity without any tax implications. And a variable annuity is a mutual fund inside of an annuity that will give you over double the return you're getting.
Okay.
So yeah, you need to talk to one of our smart investor pros and get some help rolling into a variable annuity. Variable annuity simply is a
Be sure to vote in the poll, guys. New poll.
funds that you can select inside of an annuity. And in your situation, that's going to be a far superior product.
Rita Frog guessed vampire, and Barry said Frankenstein's monster. Now we'll let you guys know in a little bit.
On the gains yet, and the real negative thing is you're going to make ordinary income, not capital gains. So it's much like a traditional IRA, traditional.
Thanks, Brian.
Money out.
That's cute.
Taxes on it at your income tax rate, not at
Oh.
other things. So
Getting the rest of the salad
if you
is kind of tough.
I probably would simply move it to a variable, and because I'm like you, I don't pay those taxes.
Let's see, Johnny. I love the movie American Werewolf. Werewolf in London. I don't think I've seen that movie. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it.
The next generation inherits it. It's also going to be in the exact same situation. So somebody someday is going to use this money and pay taxes on it.
Luke says, I think classic werewolves are the scariest.
Any way you can do it.
I'd probably say witches are the scariest, or ghosts. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I do believe in spirits
401k or IRA, you could
/ ghosts.
do
So I feel like ghosts / spirits have never felt scary to me. They've almost, I think they've felt more like mystical, magical, and not evil. I think it's like the demonic stuff. I don't get into that, but yeah, ghosts have never felt very scary to me. 13 Ghosts, the best horror movie I've ever of all time. I've heard great things about 13 Ghosts, and I've never seen it. For how much I love horror movies, 13 Ghosts is, yeah, that's like a gaping hole in my horror movie watching history. Really? I gotta write this stuff down. Okay. Also, you guys, I saw Megan 2.0 is now available to stream. I was like, oh my god, I have to watch this. So let me make a scary movie list for this Scary Movies 2024. Or 2025, what am I saying? Like that I'm gonna watch this year. So it's what is it, American Werewolf? American Werewolf? There's also Wolfman, like The Wolfman. That came out this year. Wolfman. 13 Ghosts. And then I also want to remember Megan 2.0. Maybe that's what I'll do this Friday, is have a scary movie night. Megan 2.0. Because I love watching stuff and then reacting to it with you guys in real time. Luke 13 Ghosts was great for its time. Wow, very cool. Isaiah, The Substance, Rated Frog, The Frighteners is the best ghost movie. I don't think I know that one. The Frighteners movie. there's Michael J. Fox in
How
it.
are you?
Wow, Jake Busey is in it. How curious. Oh, this lady. Wow, I know some people in this movie. The Frighteners. Horror comedy. Ugh, I don't like that combo though. I want it to be straight up just scary. Johnny, American Werewolf in London. That's what I was like, did I miss something? In London.
Wow. What a horrible thing to go through.
Longlegs was 2024. Child's Play #1 was pretty scary as a kid. The thing is, I grew up with a million dolls. I had a life-size Barbie. I had American Girl dolls. I think I probably had a Polly Pocket at one point. Other just like fine china dolls with like, you know, pretty hair and dresses. So my childhood was surrounded by dolls, and I just have never found dolls to be creepy because I loved all of my dolls growing up. Yeah, that horror niche of the scary doll, like the cursed haunted doll, like Annabelle or Chucky. I don't know about any other ones, but yeah, I just don't find them scary.
I mean, what part of the budget is going to the kids? Or
All right,
I don't have a line item budget
lasagna time.
for fun.
Finally.
They take care of that, right? Unless it's a family activity. So let's take the college kid.
Let's see, Yabba Dabba Doo is saying, Hannah, for the Village Halloween Day of the Dead weekend, we're organizing 5 per side football tournament, dress code, zombies versus mummies. Oh my gosh, what? Dude, your village sounds like the most fun, wholesome place to live. It just cracks me up hearing your updates. I don't know why it says comedy. There ain't any funny parts. Okay, yeah, horror comedy, not my thing. I saw The Long Walk. Oh my god. Yes, Brian, I'm so glad you mentioned this. I took a screenshot because I got a trailer ad on my phone for The Long Walk, and I was like, this movie looks incredible. I love the concept of it. Yes, The Long Walk
That's how much I'm going to send you. I'm gonna
by Stephen King, who I absolutely love. Stephen King is my favorite horror author, and M. Night Shyamalan is my favorite horror director. But yeah, The Long Walk looks brutal, but so interesting. I mean, the man, I'm just like, where does this man get all of his ideas? It's crazy. It is, that's all I am saying. Amazing, one-of-a-kind movie. It looks like a one-of-a-kind movie, yes. Okay, let me finally grab my lasagna that I heated up.
So what I did was,
All right, ta-da! All heated up.
bless our children with
Looks like it fell apart a little bit, but that's okay.
what we're doing now is not good for them. It's good for you. Even if you can afford it, it's not good for them.
And when they run out of money at college,
They don't go to work.
don't fail.
Ray Ray says, when I was 5, after my brother, sister, and I watched Child's Play for the first time, we gathered her dolls, lined them up. Oh my god. That is so, I mean, I think that's really sweet and funny as like a safety measure after watching that movie. I totally get that though. I feel like after watching a pretty scary movie where you're like, oh, that was a little disturbing to watch, and then you kind of feel the immediate after effect where you're like, for me, I can think of movies where I was like peeking around corners and empty doorways, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm feeling a little haunted by this movie. You want to eat dinner now? I know, finally. Yes, Brian.
Around on some sketchy website. I mean, the banks were ready, but your info being bought, sold, and reposted all over the World Wide Web, even worse. And trust
Good to see you, Charisse Brewster. Thanks for stopping by. I'm eating the lasagna that I made on Monday night, a couple nights ago.
So stuff like your name, number, address, even your kids' names is out there for anyone to see. But if you're trying to clean up your personal data yourself,
I just love this recipe so much, you guys. It's amazing.
these opt-out requests. So if you don't want your personal info out there, use Delete Me too. Delete Me has real people who track down your data, remove it from these shady sites, and make sure it stays.
Luke, I'm laughing at your comment. Because that, oh, when you're feeling super like rattled after a scary movie, and then you hear like a mysterious thud or creaking noises, or you think something might have moved out of the corner of your eye, you're like on high alert after watching scary movies, watching everything around your home, all the little doorways and shadows and sudden movements or noises. It's so funny. It's part of the horror movie experience. Math in the Box. Cosmorn, hello. Johnny Yeska says scary movies that are based on true stories are even scarier. Oh yeah. Those ones I'm like, ooh. That just made me think of the Strangers movie. Because I've seen the original The Strangers with Liv Tyler, but I think there have been a few that have come out. The Strangers, it was like part 1 or like the beginning. The Strangers new movie. That one is real. Ooh, I think it's the movies where it's like it's either one person or a couple that's at home alone in like some secluded area, like a rural part or the woods. They're on vacation in this cute little cabin, but no one's around, of course. And then there's like intruders trying to get in, or something's wrong with the home, or something goes down, and then of course like the phones aren't working, the Wi-Fi isn't working, they can't call for help. Ooh, I think those ones hit home the most for me. Not that I don't live in a rural area, but it feels the most realistic out of pretty much all of the horror like subgenres, where you just find yourself in a part of the country or some area where it's very remote and you're just like a sitting duck. You can't, like, your internet sucks, your phone service sucks, and then something bad is happening to you and you're just kind of like, well, I guess we have to deal with this really scary situation because we're not able to get help very quickly. Those are, I think, to me, those are the most frightening situations. Barry says, you ever watch a scary movie and when it starts getting scary, you turn all the lights on? I'm trying to think if I've ever done that before. I typically keep them off. Michael Schultz, how does the lasagna taste with pumpkin spice? So I didn't put pumpkin spice in the lasagna. I did put pumpkin puree. So it basically looks like applesauce, except it's pureed pumpkin. I actually can't taste the pumpkin in the sauce. I think it's because the red sauce I used is so flavorful, so spicy, that the pumpkin flavor doesn't come through, which is fine. I really just wanted to use the rest of my pumpkin so that it wouldn't end up in the garbage can. Hi, JR Phillips. Superman Love, hey, do you know how to make pumpkin seeds? How to make pumpkin seeds in any cookies? Just throw them in. Just substitute them in for chocolate chips. I mean, there's nothing complicated. Just put them in the cookie. Michael Schultz, The Conjuring has a new movie out. Yes, I've seen all the Conjuring movies except for the new one, and they're entertaining, but I don't find them scary. Luke, did you see, oh my gosh, Luke, I saw the trailer for Bring Her Back, and I love the main lady. I think her name is like Sadie Hawkins or something Hawkins. She's an incredible actress. She was the main lady in The Shape of Water a few years ago. Incredible actress, but I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, this looks like one of those movies that is like so disturbing and messed up that it's almost, I feel like it's like a spiritual level. I'm like, I just don't know if I should be watching something like this, even though it's all fake and it's a movie. So no, I have not seen Bring Her Back, but I got the gist of it from the trailers I watched, and I was having very mixed feelings because I wanted to see it. It looked incredible, but the premise of it and just the gore and it involves kids, which I find hard to watch as well with horror movies. So I don't know yet. I don't think I'm quite ready to watch that, Luke. It's on my list though. It's definitely a trailer I watched and it hasn't left me. Like I instantly knew what you were talking about. Yeah, there's some movies, it's not that I'd be able to watch it and just go on with my life. I think I'm past the point of like feeling truly haunted. Like I don't get nightmares. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, if there's a demon waiting in my living room to snatch me, like it's my time to go, clearly, like whatever. But so I'm not like it doesn't actually like ruin my life or affect my sleep, but it's more just like there's certain things I feel like I shouldn't watch that are just really messed up, and that movie, based on the trailers that I watched, I feel like it might fall into that category of like, I'm just gonna take a pass on this one. I think I'm not gonna watch it. Abraham, good to see you. What is Bring Her Back on? If you're talking about like streaming services, I don't know. Wolf is here. Yeah, but Hannah, I live in a very old house and everything creaks and rattles, and that's just me. I appreciate your sense of humor. J.R. Phillips. That's how, yes. Okay, J.R. Phillips. I feel like that's, because some people would hear me say that and they're like, you're too chicken, you're just scared. And I'm like, no, I can watch anything. I don't get nightmares. I can watch like really scary stuff and it does not affect me. Like I'm just like, life is good. I sleep great. I'm not haunted by anything. I've always felt like good vibes, good juju. It's more just like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. I feel like this is a relevant part of my life where it's like, yes, I could watch a very, very messed up, X-rated, very, very gory, gruesome, horrible film. But I'd be fine. Like I could watch it, carry on with my life, go to sleep, but I'm like, I just don't really want to put that in my brain or just watch it. It's like, it just feels messed up. There's certain things at this point in my life I do not mess with, and I have never messed with. I don't disrespect the dead in any way. I don't go out on like paranormal quests to have supernatural encounters. I'm like, nope. We are leaving that door closed. I do not want that entering my life in any way. And I feel this way about horror films or just anything. It doesn't have to be films, but stuff that feels very like occult, very messed up, very dark, very just icky, very icky vibes, like cursed. No, I am not going anywhere near that stuff. Barry says, Abraham says, you are hilarious. Okay, I'm glad you think so. Barry says, the only movies I find scary and disturbing now are romantics and rom-coms. Okay. Brian says, kick and bite the demon and it goes to run away and never come back. Oh God. I want no such encounters in my entire life. Absolutely nothing of that sort. No. DJ David, John, so good to see you. Yes, I am eating the lasagna. I've been slowly eating. It looks like a bit of a mess because I microwaved it. A lot of the cheese melted, but I mean, you can kind of see the layers. There's like the tofu ricotta cheese. Here's some spinach. the lovely tomato sauce. It's just like a heap of lasagna at this point, and it's delicious. All right. Abraham. Honestly, I can't stop laughing, snatch you up, and then it's our time to go. That's the thing. It's like whenever, not that this happens that often, but I mean, I've had some instances where, like, okay, for example, I was on a terrible airplane ride back in May. I was flying out to Annapolis, Maryland for a friend's wedding. And man, we were descending into Annapolis. Actually, I flew into Baltimore and then drove to Annapolis. But man, I was flying out there with my mom, and we were descending into a storm, and it is like some of the worst turbulence I've ever experienced, where we were like, it felt like being on a roller coaster. Like we were just dropping probably like hundreds of feet at a time. Like this plane was literally going like this. And it was stressful because I'm just like, this is not how I planned to go out if this is truly the end for me. But if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. Like there's literally nothing I can do. I'm sitting on this plane. This is stressful. Things are just moving around, and we are getting tossed and turned by this terrible storm system that is hovering over Baltimore Airport. But it's like, I think at a certain point you just have to like disconnect from panic and emotions, and you're like, if it's my day to go, it's my day to go. It sucks, but oh well. DJ David, Kirby says looks great, thank you. J.R. Phillips says you're scaring me. Yabba do. DJ David, are you saying that nothing scares you? I kind of feel like that. I mean, things certainly scare me. Like, if you watch the news for 5 minutes, you will find stuff that scares you. Crime, violence, just really disturbing things, very messed up people that are just out and about. So yeah, I mean, I think there are things that scare me. But in terms of like anything that's a show or a movie, I feel like there's things that scare me, but it doesn't really affect my life. That's what I'm saying. Like I've encountered some very scary people in Minneapolis. I mean, there's just scary things you encounter day to day, and you're like, that was really messed up. That was kind of scary. Or like scary driving incidents where it's like, oh my God, I almost got T-boned. I almost got whatever. So I feel like I encounter scary things on a daily basis, but it doesn't affect my life that much. It's like, I like notice it where I'm like, ooh, that's scary. But then it's like, okay, it's done. Carry on with your life. Michael Schultz, I think the Leprechaun movies are hilarious. Me too. The effects are so bad. Let's see. Luke says, I like being scared. I don't like watching a lot of gore though. Yes. Okay, Luke. It doesn't often happen to me where I stop watching a horror movie, but I had this happen to me with the movie Heretic with Hugh Grant. And the premise of it is he's this like creepy, sinister older guy, and these two very sweet, naive girls who are Mormon, Church of Latter-day Saints, go door knocking at his door, and then he invites them in, and he's like, oh, how about you come inside? My wife is baking some cookies. I'd love to share some cookies with you. And these two very sweet, innocent girls go in, and then it just descends literally into his terrible dungeon basement, and it starts to get gory. And I was watching this on a plane, so I felt kind of bad for my neighbors who could see my screen. And I just was like, it started to get gory, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch this. Like, I get the gist of this movie. Like, these poor girls have been lured into this guy's house, and it's just getting creepier and creepier, and they're trapped here. No one's coming to save them. They hopefully can save themselves, but it got really creepy to the point where I was like, I've watched most of this. I'm just gonna pull the plug and watch something else. Kirby, Blue Neptune. Oh, I got a lot of comments. Jesse, Kirby, 70% of my flights were during a storm. Oh no. Chloe Bryan is here. Luke says the pilot also doesn't even talk us through it. They know it's fine, but all they'll say is slight turbulence. I know, right? Snakes on a Plane was awesome. I actually never saw Snakes on a Plane, Brian. Cookie, hello. All right. Johnny Yescas, I don't know if you heard of the tornado that happened here in Joplin, Missouri in 2011, but it was scary. I think I did. I would have been in high school when that happened. All right, Blue Neptune. Abraham, OMG plane rides. I still haven't gotten on a plane yet. What? You gotta go sometime. I guess if it's, you could always just drive if it's not over an ocean. William S. is baking cookies. I'm not, if you're asking. Turn me up. Randy Michael. Are you gonna watch the game tomorrow night on Prime Video? Maybe. Jarnail, thank you for the like. Brian, the Hostel movies, those movies are in the category of movies I will not see. Where there is like excessive bodily harm, torture, gruesome, grisly, just evil, icky stuff. So I got a long list of movies that I refuse to watch on moral principle. I will not watch the Hostel movies. I will not watch the Saw movies. I will not watch The Human Centipede. I will not watch Megan is Missing. Those are the ones that come to mind, but anything that is getting into just cruelty to humans or animals, it just feels like very sicko, nasty, perverse. It's, again, to bring it back to what I was saying earlier, stuff I just don't feel like I should be putting into my brain. Not gonna watch it. Brian, yeah, but I would do. The only thing that really scares me is when I get a letter from the tax man. True that. I mean, knock on wood. I should knock on wood. I never, like, I have never had, so I know you're in the UK, yabba dabba do. So here in the US, the tax agency is called the IRS. Like, you do not want an IRS letter or audit of your return. Like, I've heard some horror stories where it's like they can come and request, it's like, you filed this wrong and we're requesting, I don't know if it's 5 or 7 years of your previous tax return. So you have to dredge up all your tax stuff from the last 7 years, and now they're just, no thank you. I try to do my best with my taxes. So far, so good. Knock on wood again. But I do not want any issues with the IRS because that stuff sucks. John says, pilots do seem to understate things for better or worse. I feel like to be honest, I feel like through all of their training and all of their flights, they're so desensitized to turbulence, so it's like scary for the passengers, but I'm sure for the pilots, they're like, oh, this isn't bad compared. I feel like pilots probably have their own worst turbulence experience, but it's nowhere near what usual turbulence is. That's my guess, because they all seem to be pretty chill. Rocking with Cowboy, hello. RGZ, I'm eating vegan lasagna. Chloe Bryant, Sir Johnny of Bravo, good to see you. Luke, have you seen Speak No Evil? Oh, yes, I have. Luke, it was good. I feel like it didn't feel cursed, like just icky, gross, don't watch it. But yes, actually, Luke, I watched Speak No Evil last year on my birthday, because my birthday was on Friday the 13th in 2024, and that's the day that Speak No Evil came out. Also, I love James McAvoy. Pretty much anything that he's in, I will watch. And so I knew the premise of the movie, and I also was like, I don't think John McAvoy, or is it John? I feel like, what did I say? No, I'm questioning myself. James McAvoy. I feel like he's the type of actor that I trust, where I don't think he would be in some really messed up, gruesome type of movie. It did have like gore, but it didn't feel excessive or just like perverse. Definitely check that one out. That one was good. One Way, The Hammer. Oh wow, I turned down a job opportunity because I had to fly there. Planes are terrifying. I don't think I've tried Oreo Cakesters Blue Neptune. F1, I've heard great things about that. Turn me up. Let's see. Follow the White Rabbits. Hello. Iris is allowed to go back to 7 years. Whoo, that is so brutal. Thank you, Charisse Brewster. Thank you, Stephen Mitchell, Mark Bialicki. Charisse, Brian, okay. Are you going to watch the new Anaconda movie? I really don't like Paul Rudd, and Jack Black is like hit or miss for me, so probably not. Hi, J71. Chloe, I still have not seen The Notebook. The thing is, I know the premise of the movie, and it just sounds so sad and terrible. So I'm like, do I really want to watch this? It just, when I know I'm signing up for a really depressing movie experience, I just don't really want to watch something like that. Barry, Chloe, The Notebook is the dumbest movie ever made. Really? Okay. Hot take, Barry. LOL, what's wrong with Paul Rudd? I have no clue. I've never liked Paul Rudd. I think he's so milquetoast that it like irritates me. I'm just like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Which sounds so mean because he seems really nice, and I feel like he's in all these big movies, but I'm like, ugh, no. Watch it and tell us about it on your stream, says Brian. Kirby, hot take. Johnny, I don't like Paul Rudd or Jack Black. Yeah, Paul Rudd is just like very mid, very milquetoast, very boring. And I think Jack Black, like some roles I just didn't find that funny. Barry, I'm laughing at this. The Notebook is every toxic girl's fantasy. Michael, do you like sci-fi movies? I'm waiting to see the new Tron movie. It's hit or miss for me. So I feel like sci-fi, when it's like sci-fi kind of gets lumped into like fantasy, like creatures. I don't know. I mean, like sci-fi. Terminator. Like I love the Terminator movies. I think those would count as sci-fi. I didn't see the original Tron. I think most of the sci-fi movies I've seen I've liked, but I'm not super, I feel like my vibe and my interests aren't super futuristic, tech, robot, space frontier, artificial intelligence. That it's a genre I don't really gravitate toward, but there's certain sci-fi movies I like. Brian, don't be Ant-Man, he saved the world, and Avengers, rules for the chat. Yes, thank you, John, for putting all these rules in here. Hi, Sammy. Sir Johnny Bravo, Paul Rudd, 60% of the time works all of the time. Abraham, Barry, LOL. Kirby, I can tell which actors Hannah doesn't like now, LOL. Oh, man, yep.
Until she figures out how hard life is with a really, really bad attitude. I think that's the first thing. I don't mind charging her rent and
putting more pressure on her to act like a young adult. So I don't think you're being too harsh. I feel like you're probably being a little bit too lax on the situation. But the more you can not bail her out, the more that you can just let her fail.
Michael Schultz. I am not the biggest space frontier person. I've seen all the Star Wars movies, like episodes 1 to 9. I haven't watched any of the spin-off series, but like Star Wars is okay. The thing is, I love the plot and I love the characters of Star Wars. It's just the spaceships and the weird planets and alien life, like that's not really like the aesthetic or the look of stuff that I prefer. Like Earth like settings, all human characters. It looks like it could be taking place on Earth. You said you're a big Trekkie. I've seen Star Trek. Oh boy. Which of the Star Trek series is it 7 of 9? That robot girly. Whichever one that was, is it Star Trek Voyager? I've seen at least one TV show of Star Trek, and then I've seen I think I've seen 2 Star Trek movies where Chris Pine was Captain Kirk and Zachary Quinto was the Vulcan dude, whatever his Spock. So I've seen some of the movies, I've seen one of the TV series, and I think it's cool, but I'm just outer space, spaceship, alien life forms mixed as characters mixed in with like the human characters is like, it's just like always felt weird to me. Sir Johnny of Bravo. I've never seen any of the 50 Shades movies. I get the gist of what they're about. Johnny says, I'm guessing Hannah does not like Seth Rogen. Yes, correct. I do not like him. Brian, Hannah, first favorite actor, does hardly work but get more money. Adam Sandler. Star Wars. Thought the first Alien film was great. Me too. Thank you, Steve Garcia. Kirby, the nonchalant, laid-back, goofy, go-with-the-flow actors she doesn't like. Exactly. Boring. Milquetoast. Yawn. Thank you, next. I'm a hitman. Okay. Luke, I really liked Prometheus, but a lot of people didn't. I don't think I've seen Prometheus, but I love, I know Michael Fassbender was in that. I can't remember who any of the female actresses were. What about Alien with Sigourney Weaver? I like the OG Alien movie. Barry, yes. What's your view on all these new Roberts being made in Japan? Do you mean robots? I don't know. Turn me up. I like Prometheus. Okay. I would give that a watch. It seemed, I don't know. I wasn't sure about it. I fall asleep every time I watch Prometheus. Okay. I love the Predator movies. I love the Alien movies I've seen. I haven't seen them all. Although I did not like Alien Romulus. Ugh. Not a fan. Muppets in Space from Yabba Dabba Doo. Barry says to Brian, hell yeah. Mark Jag, Stephen King's Night Flyer. I don't know if I know that movie or book. Let's see. The Night Flyer. Ooh. The effects look bad. But I'm looking at this. The Night Flyer. Ooh. That is not a cute creature. It looks kind of dusty, not gonna lie, like the... Maybe I'm wrong. The Night Flyer. Is it like, it looks like a vampire. What is this about? What is the Night Flyer about? A cynical tabloid reporter who investigates a serial killer known as the Night Flyer who travels by private plane. Oh, ooh, yeah, it is a vampire. Huh. Okay. I would maybe watch that. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, Michael Schultz, you had said a comment about what do you think about all these new robots being made in Japan? I haven't noticed. Tell me more. Harrison Roberts, I don't think I've seen Blade Runner, Alien vs. Predator. Yes, I agree with you, Johnny Yescas. The original Predator movie with Schwarzenegger was by far the best. I would say though, agreed. But I also loved Prey. Kirby, did you like Dune? I never watched Dune. It's another one of those where I'm like, if the characters or the plot has the characters going to all these different planets and there's these like starships and creatures, I'm just, no, I think eventually I'll watch Dune, but I did not see any of the Dune movies. Mark Jagg says vampire, Knight Rider. Oh, I think Knight Rider is with Nicolas Cage, right? John Puntini, I liked the Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator movie, me too. I love him in Predator. Greatest scary movie is Candyman. I've heard great things about Candyman. I still have not gotten around to watching it.
We admire evil, we eat dirt. Here's the bonus. No, I think it's a great point. By the way, that was a very good description. But I am all for failure.
It's really a show instead of a movie. Oh, really? Okay.
Because again, at some point, whatever was going on with
I think Dune really hopped onto my radar when Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya were cast in the movies recently. So in my head, I'm like, oh, those movies look interesting, and then I didn't think about I did not think about it as a show. Luke, OG Candyman was way better than the new one. Ooh, Sir Johnny of Bravo. District 9 was so good. I remember when that came out, and I feel like it made quite the splash because it was such an interesting take on apartheid South Africa. I really liked District 9. Mark Jagg, The Descent. Candyman, yes, should watch. It's scary. Final Destination. Final Destination movies are, I would say they're kind of funny. The Hammer, I don't know what The Fifth Element is. Guide to the Galaxy, don't know what that is. East Bay, doing good. Just eating some vegan lasagna. How's your day going? Thank you.
Good. How can we help?
So, me and the wife are about 6 weeks from selling one of our businesses, and we're going to end up with about 1.1 million in our pocket when we're done. Plus, we get to keep the real estate. So,
Turn Me Up says Bright. I do like Bruce Willis. Mm-hmm. Fifth Element or Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I watched Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I did not like it. Danielle, yes, I made this lasagna, if you're wondering.
Well, you knew what I was saying.
Well, I knew what I wanted to hear. Sometimes you just need to hear it.
I mean, if you answer the call better than I deserve, you already know what I'm going to say, dude.
On my way to 100 subs, got 94. Excellent, East Bay. Keep going. Keep on grinding. Fifth Element was a 90s Bruce Willis and Gary Oldman sci-fi movie. Never even heard of it. Final Destination is the reason why no one drives behind big rigs hauling logs and pipes. Okay, Fifth Element. I'll have to watch that. I wish you liked the Star Wars series because Andor is an amazing show. I remember you saying that before, Kirby, that you liked Andor. Yeah, I don't know. I have the characters that I particularly love. And I feel like the spin-offs, it's like I don't care about the Mandalorian guy. I don't know. I like the main characters. I like Anakin, Padme, I like Yoda, I like Kylo Ren, I like Luke and Leia, I love Han Solo. It's just like I love the main plot characters. The spin-offs don't feel the same to me.
You don't have a payment in the whole world if you run 155.
Let's see. East Bay Chef tonight I made tacos and the other day I made barbecue. Nice, sounds delicious. Brian Moses, so true Barry, so true. Dino Cassian Andor, don't know what that is. Fifth Element still holds up to this day. Cool. Robert Ramirez, yes, we have started talking about Star Wars. Chris Chalk said hi. Abraham says, knowing you had to go to the bathroom, couldn't go late at night after watching Candyman, I just fell asleep instead. Oh gosh. He was in Rogue One. Okay, I did not watch Rogue One, Kirby. Definitely recommend Fifth Element. Okay, I'll check it out. Sounds nice, Brian. Thank you, Chris. Nice, Brian. What type of fish? I know, Robert Ramirez. Episode 3 is one of the saddest films. OMG. That's a hard one to watch. The thing is, my favorite Star Wars movie in episodes 1 to 6 is episode 2. I know it gets a lot of hate, but I love Attack of the Clones. And I feel like it goes from like there's so much like sweetness and like interesting character development that happens in the second movie. And then episode 3, like the way it ends is so horrible. It's so sad. Did anyone say The Sixth Sense? I like that one because it's M. Night Shyamalan, who's my favorite horror director. Oh yeah, Order 66, The Children, so horrible. Darth Vader was always the real hero. I know. We got a snapping turtle, but we let it go. Oh, okay. No, he was my father, Barry, says Luke. Nice. Mudhav. All right, polishing off this lasagna. So good. Jason Stalin, I was eating vegan lasagna. I know, Barry. I liked Luke's comment as well. Very funny. Nope, I do not want a snapping turtle, Brian. Hi, Turn Me Up. Why did people hate Jar Jar Binks? I thought he was so funny. I don't know. Jar Jar Binks I found like sweet, but very just annoying. Like he was like clumsy, getting in the way of things. Yeah. So yeah, I feel mixed feelings about Jar Jar Binks. Marion, good to see you. How are you? I'm having a good Wednesday. Michael Newsom is from Kentucky. Hello, hello. I'm in Minneapolis. Bye, Madhav. I need to close this poll question. John, I remember a Big Bang Theory episode where James Earl Jones gets Sheldon to join him in ringing Carrie Fisher's doorbell and running away. Ah, that's nice. Marion says, I'm doing awesome, thanks. Glad to hear it. Jar Jar was the Phantom Menace the whole time. I feel like menace sounds a little too evil, but man, he was a nuisance. If not a menace, Jar Jar was a nuisance. Okay. So, second trivia question was, guess which classic Halloween monster I find the scariest? Vampire got the most of the four, got the most votes of the four. I do think vampires are scary, but they don't scare me the most out of all of these classic Halloween monsters. 27% said werewolf. Yes, I think werewolves are terrifying. Just, it's like a dog man thing, and just like vicious, can't reason with it, can't talk to it or have any. Ooh, it's like this ultimate savage beast. Yeah, so for that reason, I find werewolves the scariest. Marion, I'm glad you like the mug. Luke, Misa, Jar Jar, probably. Mr. Handsome, hello. Sir Johnny Bravo, Insidious movies were different. Kirby, Jar Jar just needed to keep his tongue in his mouth. Exactly. Hi, Skylar. Turn Me Up says, Da Bears. Michael Schultz got it right. Abraham says, cool. Koba says, I love you. Thank you, Koba. Just gotta watch for that full moon. Yes, exactly. On the full moon, like if there's any threat of a werewolf, just stay inside, lock your doors, do not go outside until the sun has come up. Yeah. I think that's like the only, luckily it's the full moon and not like all the time when werewolves are out on the prowl, but ooh, yeah, super scary. Sir Johnny Bravo, An American Werewolf in London. I have heard really good things. Actually, I wrote that movie down because we were talking about it earlier tonight, and I still haven't seen it. John says, what about Remus Lupin? I think he's great, but when he's a werewolf, he's terrifying. Barry, your description of a werewolf sounds a lot like me. Starboy. Thank you. Marion, did you watch the movie An American... Here we go. I need to Google this because it's come up so many times. An American Werewolf in London. Oh, it's kind of old though. 1981. I have such prejudice against older movies. Like, this was from 1981, so it's over 40 years old. Was there a remake of it? Remake? Oh, maybe it... No, it's just 1981. Yeah, I don't like older movies because I find that the effects are bad, the resolution of the film itself is bad. Oh, it doesn't, this does not look good. Like, the effects look so bad. What? I cannot do old horror movies because the makeup and the costumes and the effects are so, like, this looks so fake. I would love to see a remade version of this. But I guess if it's a classic, I should at least give it a watch, but yeah, we'll see. Johnny Yescas, no, I have not. Abraham says okay. Marion says so scary. Anubis. Barry, American Werewolf howl is one of the best howls. Actually sounds monstrous. I've heard it. Yes. Hi, Mike. Marion. Clesio Silva, hello.
Better than I deserve. How can I help?
My husband and I are trying to make a decision regarding my career where I would be transitioning from.
Hi, Jungle Thriving. I only go as far back as the 90s. Yes, exactly, Luke. Even the 90s is pushing it because for me, I find it so because I'm so used to like modern HD, like iPhone, YouTube, like everything is crisp and clear and the effects are super good. And I find that any movies, even going back to like the 2000s or 90s, it's like it looks grainy, the effects are junky looking, like it's just not convincing at all. So it completely ruins the effect of the scariness of the movie. Like I'm like, man, this looks so fake. It isn't scary at all. Would you watch it with Rachie? Yes, I think I would, John. Harold from Nashville, Tennessee. Hello, I've been to Nashville. I loved it there. Abraham, just watch it. Harold, okay, Barry. Low budget movies are my favorite. Oh my gosh, no, I can't. I want my movies to look really good, like in the effects department. Barry, there's a few black and white movies I like from my childhood, so like I feel like I like them now because I watched them as a kid and found them very sweet. One of my all-time favorite movies is It's a Wonderful Life. I think it was made in the 40s, and I'm pretty sure that's black and white. But there's only a handful of movies I can think of that are black and white that I like. Anything, like I wouldn't watch any of them now that I'm much older than when I watched them as a kid. But no, not a fan. Abraham says Stephen King. Jungle Thriving, I know what you mean. The fakeness makes it cheesy. I know, that's the thing is like when I sit down for a horror movie, like for example, I'm planning to watch Megan 2.0 sometime in the next few weeks. And I know the effects for Megan 2.0 are gonna be amazing and it's gonna be really scary. And it's like scary movies made in 2025 are gonna have excellent effects. And so just the really bad effects, I don't, it immediately makes it not scary because I'm like, oh my god, that just it looks like you're watching a theater production of a scary movie. It's like you can see the makeup, you can see the costumes. It's yeah, not for me. Ooh, Sir Johnny Bravo, I've never seen The Fly, but I do love Jeff Goldblum. Turn Me Up, Harold Fisher, The Bishop's Wife. I think I've seen The Bishop's Wife. Guillermo del Toro, didn't he do, was he Pan's Labyrinth or The Orphanage? I think I know some of his stuff. I do like his movies, I just can't recall which ones I've seen. Eight-Legged Freaks, I never watched that, The Hammer. Harold Fisher says one of the best. Yes, I think I've seen The Bishop's Wife a few times around the holidays, either Thanksgiving or Christmas. Clesio Silva, I don't like U2. I've never liked U2. Also, Quest for the Holy Grail, saw over a year ago and loved it. Cary Grant, classic. I'm about to watch Where the Wild Things Are. I never watched that movie. I read the book. I loved the book as a kid. John Pontini, U2 is my favorite. Andrew, Wrong Turn. I've heard of Wrong Turn. I don't think I've seen it though. Yes, Jason. I work out 6 days a week. Abraham says LOL. Oh gosh.
I just haven't heard enough there, maybe not understanding how it affects your reputation, but I would hate for you to take this job right now. Private schools are always going to be there. Those positions are going to be there.
Do you like Tim Burton? Yes, I do like Tim Burton. Johnny, yes, Gus. Actually, I should do my favorite Tim Burton film. I feel like I've done this trivia question, but it was a long time ago. I'm going to save it for later because I'm going to be hopping off here soon. But for next time, which will be September 26th, if you can believe it. My God. Favorite Tim Burton.
Is that what we're hearing?
Flex those arms. No, I mean, you can see. Actually, I would say I don't have super strong arms. I just have muscle and bone, and that's it. I've never carried excess weight in my upper body. It's like only lower half. That's where all of my, I would say, like power and like athletic ability comes from. So I've always had very, very skinny arms and a pretty skinny upper half. Yabba dabba do. Do you realize the first mummy-based film was made in 1932? I did not know that. Hello, Omega Supreme. I see some come on toned. Hey, I'll take it. People have complimented me on my arms, but I laugh because I'm like, I literally do nothing to maintain my arms except like just some planks, just like, I don't know. Like, I just naturally, this is how my arms look, and I'm grateful for it because I just naturally have skinny arms. But I feel like people they're like, oh my God, they're giving me like all this credit, and I'm like, no, I'm not lifting. I have never done any exercise workouts to develop my arms. It's always been focused on core, cardiovascular improvement, and leg strength. I have never in my life done a workout except for like when I was doing sports training as a high schooler. But like in my adult life, I have never once done a workout with the goal of improving the look and strength of my arms. Not once. Like at this point in my life, I could not care less. Because I feel like my arms are like fine the way they are. Thank you, Alpha Male. Jungle Thriving, Edward Scissorhands. Yes, it was Tim Burton. Are you dressing up for Halloween? Probably. I have no idea what the costume will be. Jason says me also LOL. Kirby Hannah with the muscles. King Sammy, so good to see you. Hello. So would you use your legs for self-defense? I would use them for self-defense in the form of sprinting away, and I'm a distance runner, so I can run many miles. I would just use my legs to run as fast and far as I possibly could. I would not be kicking, I would not be fighting. I think my best self-defense, because I'm not that large, I'm 5'4", I weigh 120 pounds. I could not take down most people, I would say. My best form of getting to safety is to just run away. Don't even try to fight. Fighting is like a last resort. If I actually had to, I'd be like, oh, this is gonna suck. But yeah, just run for a long time. I think I can. The thing is, I would say me versus most adults anywhere, I couldn't physically take on, like fight most adults and win, I don't think, just because of my size. But I do think I could outrun most, like the vast majority. I would say I could outrun like 90% of people, men and women. So that's a helpful form of self-defense. It's not like fighting, but it is fleeing, which is also a way to get out of harm's way. Martin Hazard, Exorcist, the original was disturbing. True. Yes, I agree with you. Richard Berube, hello. King Sammy is 6'1". Johnny Escas, do you like Dr. Seuss movies? I haven't really liked the Dr. Seuss movies. I love the Dr. Seuss books. I read almost all of them as a kid, but I really haven't liked the film adaptations. I don't like The Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers. I don't like the Grinch? No, I'm questioning myself. That was Dr. Seuss, right? Yeah. I did not like the Grinch with Jim Carrey, of all people, who I love. What other Dr. Seuss adaptations have there been? I feel like I have not liked the way that they have been adapted into films, but I love the books. The hammer. What sports did you do in high school? So I was a track and field sprinter. I did 100, 200, and 400 meters, the occasional 800 meters, and then I would do the sprinting relays. So I did 4x1, 4x2, and 4x4. And then my main sport was soccer. Nikos. Oh gosh, I think it's Nicosia maybe? Barry, I picture you jumping around and kicking like Jackie Chan. No, that is not me. That is not my skill set. Michael Schultz, better to run to have another day. Exactly. Well, the thing is just like, if I were like finding myself in a bad situation where your options are to fight or flee, like say it's a very, very like dangerous situation where it's like either a person I've got to fight, it's a person who's making it a dangerous situation, or an animal. I think animals, it's hit or miss because so many of them are really fast runners. But if it's a person, like it's just weighing the chances of getting out of it okay, safely. I think I would have a much like exponentially better odds of getting out of the situation safely just by running away very quickly and for many, many miles versus going toe to toe with whoever it was. It's just, yeah, I think odds are better fleeing on foot than fighting. Hi, Mike Bowen. What about the Lorax? I did not see it. Luke. Johnny, yes, Gus, Lorax, and Horton Hears a Who. I think I saw Horton Hears a Who, and I thought it was cute. So I did like that one. Yeah, but I would do. Personally, I don't like female bodybuilders, so gross, but it's their choice. It is their choice, and like some women are into it. I would say it's not the physique I'm personally going for. I prefer like the lean, toned runner, and it's like runner and yoga practitioner physique. It's like the physique you get from running distance, doing light weight training, practicing yoga, and doing Pilates. Like that, it's like the lean and toned figure. That is what I'm aiming for. But I mean, some people are going for like bulk, like pumping iron, like massive muscle. But no, that's not the physique that I aspire to have. Speaking of Jackie Chan, what do you think of Post Malone? I don't understand how those two are related, but I like Post Malone. Clesio, I exercising muscles. King Sammy, I love cross country. Nice. Mr. MGNET. Stone Papa Smurf, did you ever finish those books you were reading besides Children of Men? I'm getting close to finishing a Dave Ramsey book I got for my birthday. I'm reading The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I usually have like 2 or 3 books going at a time. So yeah, I think I have 4 going right now. So Dave Ramsey, it's called Building a Business You Love. I'm reading David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me. I think I'm about halfway through that one. Donna Tartt's The Secret History, which is fiction. And then what else is on my nightstand? David Goggins, Dave Ramsey, The Secret History. There's a 4th one. I'm not remembering it though. Summon your squirrel army for protection. Turn me up. Andrew, I wouldn't let them get that close to you. Hannah, my team and I would neutralize the threat before it could be present. See, this is where the thing is, it's like my odds aren't the greatest in hand-to-hand like confrontation or fighting. This is where the security detail would be the best, because it's like I'm not in a great position to be doing my own physical self-defense. It would be a last resort. But yes, I would appreciate security detail. Andrew. Johnny says, listening to you talk about fighting reminds me of another throwback phrase, slobber knocker. I've never heard of that in my life. Michael Schultz's strong core. Mr. Hugo, 8:30 a.m. start time for the Vikings. Yes. I am going to be getting up to watch Premier League, actually. I will not be watching the Vikings game. Manny Ruiz, nice. John Puntney, he had a song years back called Jackie Chan. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Excuse me. If I put my, okay. Bigfoot, have you read the book by Else Warrior? Something that sounds, okay, book is fire. Chip Broadhead. Like the shirt, thank you. Luke says, only game I'm actually looking forward to Sunday is Ravens versus Chiefs. That should be fun. Yes. So looking like Samson from 28 Years Later is a no-no. Correct. Recharger, hello. Bigfoot. Chip brought a nice cup. I don't take sugar. Same. I don't put sugar into my coffee. All right, guys. I gotta get going because I've got an earlier wake up than normal tomorrow. But reminder that my next live stream is this Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, USA. So come on back, chat some more. I'm thinking of watching a scary movie this Friday, but I don't know which one yet. Luke says peace. Johnny Eska says see you later. So Johnny Bravo says bye. Thank you, everybody. There were some gifts earlier from Reaper. So I want to say thank you to Reaper, even if they're not here still. Thank you, John, one of my mods. Thank you. I saw you cleaning up some comments. I really appreciate that. And thanks everybody for leaving comments, watching the stream, liking the stream. We're at 99 likes, so we basically made it to 100. I appreciate it. And yeah, I think that's it. I will see all of you on Friday night, so 2 nights from now at 8 p.m. Central. So take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll reconvene